this. Miller Bolska says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week.
Without anyone noticing.
Exactly. And that's not all. The dead man had a gold chain around his neck. Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him.
That is strange. I reckon something devilish was involved. You don't see something like that every day.
Take care. Best of luck to you.
Good man.
Farewell.
Your uncle's the nastiest piece of work I've ever met, if you ask me. No offense.
You only see one side of him. He's not like that with family.
If you say so. In any case, got to be out.
Do you know where Captain Thomas is? I heard he was in a bad way.
It's true, son. It doesn't look good for him. Why do you ask?
I'd like to pray with him.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden.
Why can't I get there?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only Lord von Berghoff, his kin, and a few others are allowed there.
Like you, for instance.
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you can do that anywhere without having to disturb him.
Why did you take him to the chapel?
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but there's nothing left but to pray for a miracle.
Uh-huh. I'll be going then.
Go, and don't forget about that prayer. Till we meet again.
What if my soul is burdened with sin? Is there a way to cleanse it?
Of course, son. You can redeem yourself within it, or take the path of repentance and atone for your... It will improve your reputation with people, but beware. And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a few... Come find me when you... Till we meet again.
In any case, I've got to be out. Duty calls.
That's a pity.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. And you know who gets it?
You?
Exactly. Or I'd have to go back.
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for jokes. I've only got...
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually proud of it.
Let's just say I haven't always made an honest living. Is that enough for you?
Sure. I wouldn't want to be rude.
Very wise.
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get them. Not quite. I'd also like to know if you've still got any...
But I'll tell you, it won't come...
Isn't there maybe something I could do for you in exchange?
Well, since you're offering, a very nice turquoise rosary.
Who did you lose it to?
Father Nicodemus.
Don't worry. I'll get it for you.
But with no trouble, all right?
Naturally.
Got to be out. Duty calls.
That's a pity. I could have...
It seems like you'd be glad to have someone to play with.
Alea jacta non est, so I'll be quiet.
I heard you have a certain turquoise rosary.
Aye, it belonged to Kabat, although belonged is a strong word.
How do you mean?
Kabat is known for having some peculiar things in his property, if you grasp my meaning.
Hang on. You're saying you don't mind holding on to a stolen item?
And who should I give it back to? I doubt Kabat will tell me who he took it from. Besides, you've got to admit a rose wants its owner turned.
Or lose it in a game of dice. I wouldn't say it's very safe in your...
I'm a priest, not a...
Sorry, but I'm not going to play for someone else's property.
Suit yourself, friend.
Never mind then.
May the Lord bless you.
Guard,
Must you interrupt me at my prayers? If it's arms you want, go to the kitchen.
sorry to bother you, but I heard you praying. I need to get to your captain.
You know Thomas. Where from?
Well, that's a really long story, but I heard what happened.
Talk. What are you? Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs. Them bastards cut him up good.
I heard that that priest of yours has the rosary.
Nicodemus.
Yeah. I heard he won it from Kabat at dice.
That sounds like him, all right. Booze and dice. And consorting with that thief, Cabot, too.
Well, I suppose he should give it back, right?
He certainly should.
Should I deal with that?
No, no. I'll sort it out with him myself. But you did the right thing. Maybe that rosary turning up was a sign from above. Wouldn't you like to pray by Thomas's bedside?
Could I?
Aye, come with me. I'll take you up to the chapel. Usually it ain't open to... well, folk of your station.
I understand. I'd be glad to go and pray for Thomas.
The Sawbones was a little reluctant when I told him I wanted to carry Thomas upstairs. The wounded are supposed to lie as close to the chapel as possible. Everyone knows that. Years ago, I heard from a man that something similar happened in Strahlenberg during the Margravate Wars. The Burgrave of the castle was seriously wounded. An enemy rider stuck him with a spear like a pig on a spit and pulled him halfway through the woods. No one thought he'd live to see the morning. But the castle chaplain, Petronel by name, ordered that the Burgrave must be close to the Lord when his hour came. There's this really high tower in Strahlenberg. The locals call it the Trumpet, on account of how it seems to get wider near the top. I saw it with my own 2 eyes on the road to Krakow when I was escorting Lord von Burgo there. When they took the Burgrave up there, spear and all, on Petronel's orders, the next day they were amazed. The Burgrave made a miraculous recovery. They say an angel descended there at night and pulled the spear out of the Burgrave's wound. Ever since then, they keep the spear on display at the castle. I understand the Sawbones. He didn't want to make it tough for Thomas, because climbing up to the maiden ain't easy. Only the fellas and me figured it was the best thing for him.
The third toll. I better get moving.
You shouldn't be hanging around here, friend.
Greetings, Adela.
Everyone to me.
How's he doing?
You there?
Still the same. In a fever.
Thomas's rosary turned up, so I brought it to him. This This wayfarer here found it, and he'd like to pray with Thomas, if you don't mind.
No, please.
I don't mind.
All right. I'll be going then. Stay strong.
I...
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days. And the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
What actually happened to him?
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. His mare, Arrow, brought him home. He was completely out of it. And little wonder, if the surgeon was here, he'd be in his care. Some of his wounds have healed, but now he has a fever. He's been bedridden.
Sorry. Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray too. Just the same as me.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while. But it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical...
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the Crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my friend are messengers from Rattay, then my friend will be executed.
You mean that poacher who's to be hanged?
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. And only Thomas can sort it out.
I'm a bit bewildered by all this. But all right.
The main thing is, I want Thomas to live too.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you.
No, please. fourth bell.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
I suppose you're waiting here for a bite to eat.
Damn right. Like, I know they're preparing a banquet for his nibs, but they could have left one cooked, or at least a bit of...
I can see if I've got anything to eat on me.
Hey, I need some decent grub.
You might be surprised.
Thanks. Well, at least I won't starve.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I'm looking for medicine for Captain Thomas.
Well, the Sawbones ain't here, so you're out of luck. Like the captain.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the Crown. Do you know how many there are?
I really don't know, but I'm in quite a fix, and you look like someone who could help me.
Apart from the fact that I'm not much of a good Samaritan, I can't imagine how I could help you.
Well, we're in the surgeon's chambers. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff here that would be of use.
I suppose. But I still don't know why I should help you.
I'm not stupid. You've no business here. You're snooping around in the surgeon's stuff, and God knows what else. It could land you in trouble.
Oh, yeah? How?
Well, for instance, I could take something here. Don't forget, I might be slaving here today, but tomorrow they'll get fed up with me and they'll probably kick me out by morning. And you'll still be here. So it'll be on you. For sure someone saw you coming here.
And you too, no?
That's definitely an interesting point. But tell me.
No. I'll tell you nothing. And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time. The 6th bell. Half the time is up. The 7th bell.
happened? Do I have everything? Oh, I have everything.
What? Huh? Strange.
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
If anything goes missing there, yeah.
Huh? Huh. Strange. I must be mad.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
You all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug, the worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoi.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain!
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him.
He's a noble. That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Your Chamberlain's welcome was appropriate enough, considering our appearance, the situation in your domain, and your orders, sir.
I appreciate your diplomacy, young man. Master Chamberlain Ulrich can sometimes be more hasty and passionate than is healthy. And we are glad you hold no grudge against him. Are we not, Ulrich?
I regret what happened, gentlemen. Please accept my humblest apologies.
Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Rattay showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
But we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, on the other hand, abducted the king. Although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia. Neither Wenceslas's supporters, or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not.
The future is still a long way off for me, Lord Capon. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzik are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy. So we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur, as he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I'm...
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your, equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount, and therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realised that.
You couldn't have realised? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologise. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today. Silence is golden, eh?
Here you go. Take it.
Careful.
The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
All
Careful.
too well, thanks.
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you, or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Good. I don't think I could stomach much more of your company.
Likewise. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
I'm in no mood for nonsense. So no messing about.
Watch where you're going.
Whoa.
Go and get your horse so we can get going.
What are you doing, Whistler?
Be careful. It's not safe.
What a nag. Fooey.
Good.
God bless.
Greetings to you too.
Nice and slow. Whoa!
Watch where you're going.
I'm here for some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Well, fuck me blind. You got out of jail yesterday, and today you've got a horse. Fuck, I wouldn't mind having your kind of luck. But you're fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get a whipping on your account. I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. Take care.
I took a look at herring.
And?
A nice animal, but I'll keep my own.
Never mind looking a gift horse in the mouth, you flat out refuse to accept one. You're lost though, pal. Actually, now we've got to know each other, I want to let you in on this little scheme. We could both get something out of it. But you'd have to keep it to yourself. What do you say? Can you keep your mouth shut when coin's at stake?
I can keep my mouth shut. You can count on it. What's this about coin, then?
Look, it's easy as pie. You keep your horse, which you wanted to do anyway, but I'll say you took herring, and then I'll sell him to someone. You'll do all right out of it. I'll pay you up front.
Well, I might be interested, but I deserve a bigger cut. I'm not new to all this, so I'm well aware that the first offer to an accomplice is deliberately low, just in case he accepts.
I'm not new to it neither, so I know I'm taking all the fucking risk while you're home and dry. And fucking with Lord von Bergoff's property is one hell of a risk. So, if you don't mind, I don't do deals with no greedy guts because they ain't reliable. Don't take it personal. I'm speaking from experience. Right, now we can get back to the reason you're here. You know how to ride and control a horse?
Ah, don't worry.
I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know. You can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure. Thanks.
Farewell.
Come here.
Watch out!
Come on then. A ride in the fresh air will do us both a world of good. I'm glad you're here. I needed to catch a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to here with that Chamberlain Stuffenberg, or whatever the bastard's name is.
Aye. Whenever I see him, I feel like giving him a smack in the mouth as well.
Or 5, which reminds me. Look, I know I behaved like an idiot, but...
God bless.
And with you?
Nah, don't worry about it. It's water under the bridge.
I'm in your debt. Talking of debts, there's one more we need to settle. Both of us. That herb-woman, Bojena, really helped us after that ambush. If it hadn't been for her, we wouldn't have survived.
Aye. You're right.
I gave her my word. And the word of a noble must be kept, as we both know.
You're right. That's only proper.
Therefore, I entrust you with that, on behalf of both of us. Give her our sincerest thanks, along with this. That ought to repay our debt royally.
Your wish is my command, sir.
As soon as we get back from Nabokov. It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then.
Hey, you nearly ran into me!
It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there. But I can't deny, this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Berghoff certainly knows how to make an impression.
Ah, it's only a pile of stones, though.
You mean a masterpiece of stone masonry? I'd have thought you, of all people, would be capable of appreciating fine craftsmanship. Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity.
Christ.
God rest his soul. Then he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
I reckon it'll be some time yet before you go to the next life and face judgment. Audentes fortuna juvat, remember?
Or I've got a guardian angel by the name of Henry.
It's a shame I lost my flaming sword, though.
Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
How could I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Truskovitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready. Forward!
Ja!
Quick! Ka! Quick! Quick!
Keep it up.
Whoa!
Go! Go!
Ka! What? Quick! Quick! Quick!
Whoa!
We need to continue to Nabokov. Are you ready? Henry? Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal.
Think nothing of it. But watch out next time. I won't hold back.
You never give up. That's what I like most about you.
So, what now, Hans?
Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clearest to me is I won't be trifled with anymore. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honor of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble sir.
Splendid. So, forward to Nabokov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters. Oh, dentes fortuna, juvat! We turn right here.
I was thinking about our mission. What do you think of our prospects with von Burgov?
Well, we haven't got off to the best start, have we? But I'll do everything in my power to ensure we succeed. Hanush, Radzig and Jobst are depending on us. If they thought it was a lost cause, they wouldn't have sent me. They'd have sent, you know, someone less important. That's diplomacy in a nutshell. If you're serious about something, you send someone important to add gravity and show respect.
You didn't answer my question.
I did. You just didn't realize. All right, I'll explain. According to what Hanush told me before we set out, von Burgov is no fool. Quite the opposite. Persuading him won't be easy. We have to show him he has more to gain than to lose with us.
This shouldn't be about trade-offs. Sigismund is a usurper who's harming our land. Wenceslas is the true king, and siding with him is a matter of honor.
I agree, Henry. But as you can see, half the Bohemians' nobles don't. More than half, actually. They either see Sigismund as an opportunity, or they're simply fearful and will side with the one who has the upper hand. They'll be holed up on their estates, waiting for the storm to blow over without them having to lift a finger. We have to show them we have the upper hand. It doesn't matter if they side with us out of fear or honor. They just have to side with us. And von Bergov is just the man we need. As soon as we get his support, the majority will follow. Because some nobles will simply do whatever von Bergov does. They will think he's a genius.
I'm glad you feel better.
So am I, my friend. So am I. We still have lots to do before we go back to Ratai. And I was afraid, you know, that I'd fuck it up. And I almost did, but I'm not afraid anymore. Now I see it as an opportunity and a challenge. Any old fool can manage simple tasks, but hard ones, they require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Life. Nabokov is not far now. The fortress stands on a rocky outcrop. We'll have to go round, so we should be careful. Our mission will be taking us around a pond, and we know what happened last time. So get ready. As soon as we cross the stream, we'll give the horses a gallop again. Turn left here! Nice fortress! I like the way it's concealed. Nicely situated on an outcrop, with a mighty tower and only one approach road. Easy to defend, with a view of the whole valley and its approaches. A well-chosen site.
Hearing you spout wisdom is entertaining, but not enough to make me forget my ass is sore. It's a good thing we're almost there.
Sacre, Henry, a short ride like this and you've had enough? I was just thinking about heading off to see the world once we've sent Sigismund packing and restored order in the land. I'd like to visit the Holy Land, for instance, and kneel before the Holy Sepulchre. I'd bring back earth from Golgotha for the family tomb, to improve Father's prospects in the hereafter. So you'd better toughen up that arse of yours, so you can make it to Constantinople at least without whining.
Are you an expert on fortress construction?
You could say that. It's part of a nobleman's and a warrior's upbringing. Hanush forced me to listen to those teachings from Bernard and others, and I'm glad he did. When I think about it, unquestionably learning feeds a man's soul, but right now my belly needs feeding. So I hope Sir Yaramir is well stocked. Von Bergov's morning feast set a high bar, after all. Fuck! What a lot of horses! They must have cost a fortune. Perhaps he married off his daughter well. Or von Bergov is paying the bark a tidy annuity, but kept it quiet from us.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey! Sir Yaramir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Bergov. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
Come along. Sir Yaramir will be here any moment.
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaramir of Nabokov, at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Yaramir. Sir Otto von Berghoff asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15 horses? My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So, tell me, sir, how did you achieve what you have?
Well, it's a long, complicated story. But I'm guessing von Berghoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Yaramir. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaramir very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
The journey was all right, but monotonous. I'm rattled from riding, and my ass hurts.
Well, I'm sure you're glad to be at the end of your ride, eh? You'll get some rest here. I'll see to that. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play
Good
if
to
you
see
find
you.
yourself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertul, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your
Look what I
duties.
have for you. Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then.
You
I hope
silly
you won't
doggy.
disappoint Svert and pass some time with him.
He won't get a game out of me.
Pity. There's nothing wrong with calling on Lady Luck now and then with a game of dice. His work has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories. I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
That's for their lordships to know. Not me.
Aye. No one tells us commoners anything. Typical lords. But you must have heard something. You know how it goes. You've got ears, ain't you?
Aye. I've got ears, but I don't crouch at keyholes.
All right, I didn't mean to offend you. Tell me one thing, though. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaramir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
One of the most significant in the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Well, you're lucky you're with him. Look who I'm serving. And you're his, what, page, servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it, but mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaramir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon.
Then you're the right man in the right place.
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and a dull one at that.
Well, if there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, or you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it. Sir Yaramir had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls, and his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
No, you were right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Just so.
Let's do it, Michael.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in the little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Some sword will do.
A choice fitting for a nobleman. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on. Well then. Ready?
Whack him! Whack him!
Watch out! Michael is one of the best fighters around.
For Lord Nabuck!
Glory to Nebuchadnezzar!
Back off! Ah!
Ah!
Whack him! Whack him!
Glory to the house of Nebuch!
Whack him! Whack him! Whack him!
Ah! The good name of Lord Yaramir has been defended. But you defended Lord Capon's too. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work. Or try Pels. And if you want to train some other battle skills,
God, no!
Guess what?
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Svirk and pass some time with him.
You have a kind master, huh?
We've got loads of stories, sir.
Greetings. Do you need something?
Oh, it's nice to meet someone from the trade. I'm also a blacksmith.
Is that so? Good lord, I wouldn't have expected that. You must have had me and my brother wanting to get out of the smithing trade. I'm steer.
Henry. How's trade? The plates here. Is that your work?
Oh, I wish. If I could make... We just keep it in good nick. Mend it when the lads get it beat up. Which they...
Aye. You need a furnace so hot that...
If sparks fly, pal, you fucked up. The steel loses its strength.
Oh, really?
Aye, really. I wouldn't hang around here if I was you. You could do yourself a mischief, Master Blacksmith.
You said you have a brother.
Aye, they call him Bull. The poor bloke tries hard enough, but he ain't got the knack. Or he does any work that's needed. He's working below on the fortification repairs right now. He'd be better off learning a different trade. But time, have you got anyone next to you on life's journey?
I have my lord, and that's all I need.
I understand. I won't mind. What's he like, actually?
Brave and just. Everything a knight should be. Every day I learn something new in his service.
He's got you well trained.
And what's your lord like?
My lord doesn't like it when folks talk about him behind his back. Better leave it at that. I reckon it's time I got back to work. Farewell. I'm sorry.
Fuck me. Ow!
Poor fellas. What happened to them?
Bandits, that's what. His lordship's patrol ran into them and they had a nasty fight. They gave them what for, but a couple of our lads were badly knocked about, so I'm patching them up. And who might you be?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord von Berghoff.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
My sword is at your service, miss.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword I need so much as your legs.
My... legs?
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an escort and protector. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds, it'll shorten the time.
I'll be happy to. At least I'll get to explore the Nabokov surroundings.
The countryside's pretty round here, but it won't be a long walk. I'll just pick some herbs in the glade. Shall we go? Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
Now that you mention castles, I conquered one once. The enemy took it by a ruse. and we couldn't let that go unanswered. I found a great scholar and got him to build us a trebuchet. Then we bombarded the castle. But they didn't surrender. So brute force was required. Smash down the gate, ladders up to the ramparts, and so on.
Aye, when brains fall short, brawn has to step in. Tell me more, please.
All right, then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village. A battle broke out. I fought my way to the loft of a run-down church. There, I found their leader and killed him in a duel.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too. This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor. And if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
I know quite a bit about herbs, I think. So just tell me what's wrong with your lads, and I'll come up with a remedy.
Really? So tell me how to treat fever, say, or shortness of breath.
In that case, you'll need sage and chamomile, maybe some poppy or marigold, am I right?
Aye, exactly right. I've got enough chamomile. It's the rest I need. Above all, the marigold. Since you know all about it, you'll be back in a jiffy, won't you? It all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
I think I'll manage.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will. Don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry.
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. Now listen. I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
The right answer. And now for your reward. I hope they didn't hear us in the fortress. People wouldn't half talk. If you're as good as that on the battlefield, may God have mercy on your enemies.
I'm not so considerate on the battlefield, because as a true knight, I must do everything I can for a damsel in distress.
You'll soon be a begging knight if you carry on like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like, but not every damsel in distress knows the recipe.
Should we stay a while longer?
No, up you get. I've got enough herbs and the sick are waiting. Pass me my clothes, please.
Sure. I should get dressed too.
Farewell for now, Henry, and thanks for your help.
Mutt, come here!
My God, these furry mutts.
My word.
Careful!
Not half a lot.
Hey, sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
Aye. Dead wood for kindling. You can never have enough of that. The nights can be cold, can't they? Very wise.
Hey, sir, hear me out, please. It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen you or the other gent who came with you.
That's right. We're not from round here. We came to see Sir Yaramir on Lord von Bergov's business.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaramir in ages. Them new men-at-arms are in charge now. They told us they're Sir Yaramir's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go, and there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming this way. They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't right here.
Feed the pigs, weed the beds, fix the roof, stitch my clothes. I don't have no time for chat.
Let me be, sir. I don't have anything to say. God grant you health.
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of insulting my lord's honour? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
I'll show you, provided you tell me the truth about the horses afterwards.
All right, it's a deal. The race is from here to Nabokov Mill. That's down the path there and to the right after the little bridge. At the mill, there's this granary in front of the dike, and behind that, a willow tree. You go between the granary and the willow, and then back to the fortress. First one back here wins. You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horseman, so you'll have your work cut out. None of us can beat him, but if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give you one of our finest saddles, whatever the cost.
That's fair.
Great. I'll call Hurtle and you can get cracking.
Quick! Quick! Go! Car! Go! Go! Car! Quick! Go! Car!
Just a bit further.
Easy! Quick! Ka! Quick! Da! Go! Da! Quick! Come on! Go! Just a bit further. Quick! Quick! Ka! Ka! Go! Ka! Come on! Quick! Quick! Go! Ka! Quick! Go! Keep it up!
What are you gawking at? Right, fuck it, make them hooves ring out! What are you gawking at? Right, fuck it, make them hooves ring out!
What a nag. Phew.
You silly doggy.
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye.
There must be more.
That's...
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is not...
So there is something.
Bollocks! Why not do... We some...
Now, I spent enough time in the saddle on the way here. What's more, in case you hadn't noticed, we're knights. And knights use their horses for travelling or riding into battle. So if you don't want to be on the wrong end of the latter, you better come clean about those horses.
I don't know. Judging by the looks of you, I reckon you're more used to travelling on two legs. But I'd be happy to be proved wrong, if Sir Knight ain't afraid of our little race.
I'll race.
Thy will be done. The race is from here to the... You'll be none of us...
That's fair.
Great. I'll call...
What does that Pelzer eat? His breath stinks.
Quick! Da! Go! Da! Quick! Quick! Ka! Go! Keep it up. Go! Go! Quick! Go! Da! Come on! Go! To the finishing line! Go! Quick!
God! Go! Quick! God! Quick! Go! Just a bit further. Whoa, whoa. Go! Quick! Go! Quick! Go! Keep it up! Whoa! Whoa! Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
Well, you gave it a go, but Hurtle's just too good. Don't take it to heart, but I reckon you could beat him. If you want another try, just say the word. Getting away from his...
I want to hear about the horses. A race was nice, but now I'm all the more interested in where Lord Nebac got such fine horses from.
Well, if you won't take no for an answer, well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And if you don't have a sore ass from the saddle, we can have another... Getting away from his guard duty and having a race would make Hurtle's day. Hurtle won the race. But all credit to you, sir. You rode well.
Well, Henry, fancy a game of dice?
I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
That's for their lordships to know. Not me.
Aye. No one tells us common, but you must have heard.
I've got ears, but I don't...
All right. Tell me why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some...
Well, I suppose...
Ah, so your master.
One of the most significant in the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Well, you're lucky you're with him, and you're his what?
His escort.
Fair enough. I get. Well, I envy you a bit. You've got time. We can do something dignified.
I'm not in the mood.
Blimey. An insult, that is. But if you're too lazy for a fight, or try pelt, and if that's...
You're right. Lord Capon's honor must be defended. Let's do it.
Ha! I knew you'd find some pluck in you. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Some sword will do.
A choice. Give me a moment.
Let's see what you're made of and
Well
who
then.
Virgo sent us.
Ready?
Watch out! Michael is one of the best fighters around.
Glory to Nevarkov.
Fuck it,
Oh,
lads.
great.
Careful with that.
Right.
Who do you think
That
will have to
youngster
repair it, eh?
has turned over his head.
Fight for us, Michael!
You're back off! Ha! No chance.
Whack him! Whack him! Whack him! Whack
Die!
him!
I could watch this all day.
Ha!
Let's see what you're
You're back off! The good ne- If you're feeling a bit, she'll be happy if you show her where it is.
Keep it up, young sir.
Glory to Nevarkov.
Careful.
Greetings, sir. I watched your duel against Michael. It was a... Don't take your defeat to heart,
Aye. I found out the hard way.
but they usually get battered even worse.
I did my best. He knocked me about a bit. I was wondering...
That's what I'm here for. Show me, so I know if I need to apply ointment, stitches, or the saw.
It surely won't be all that bad.
Don't worry, Sir Knight. You'll live here in... Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer.
Oh, I'm
My sword is at your...
Blimey. No one... But it's not your sword I need so much as your...
My... legs.
I have to go and get fresh hair. And if you...
Forgive me, but... I don't have time. Noble's business. You understand?
That's a pity. It's not far from here. Stop by again.
Ah, Christ! Ow!
dice?
I hear you're a keen dice player.
You heard all that. Take the weight off. I play.
I feel a lucky roll coming up. Shall we play?
What game would you like to play?
I choose minors.
Let's play. At a loose end, sir? Dice? This will help pass the time.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me. If I was you, I'd take it.
Good to see you.
You're the kind master, huh?
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Have you lost your mind? You're gonna lose everything. That happens sometimes. Better you than me. These ones here. What? Oh, come on! What happened? Did you forget to count? Are you starting to regret coming to play? These ones here. Money, money, money. It's all mine.
Well, did you have fun? Don't take losing to heart.
It's always good to test yourself against the best. Thanks.
Hey, no problem. At least if you really want to live.
Tell me, how's life in the fortress?
Nothing much. The days drag on, one much like another. What's worse, today I copped a shit job. Here with all the shit. But tomorrow will be better. I'm going on a patrol around the local area. I can't wait.
I know what you mean. What's your job today?
The prisoners?
You have prisoners?
Aye. Why else would I be standing here?
Good point. Who are the poor sods?
A couple of poachers. They're waiting to see what his lordship will do to them.
If you're hungry, I left something outside on the table. It's all yours. No doubt you're used to better fare, but it's all we got. So I hope you won't mind.
Are there any prisoners here?
Aye. One or two.
Who are they?
Evil bastards waiting to face the Lord's justice.
Sure, but what did they do?
What did they do? Robbed and killed one of the Lord's subjects, that's what.
Hold on. Hurtle said they're poachers.
Aye. He's right, actually. This lot are poachers. His lordship already dealt with the murderer. Terrible times they are. Danger. It's our work keeping the peace, but you're a guest, so I won't bore you with the details.
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he...
Nothing interesting about it.
Well, if there's one thing...
If you Sir Yaramir had these relatives, but they could... See?
Hold on. Pelzel told me in the stables that you took them from some bandits you killed.
Pelzel don't know shit. It's like I said.
So he just invented the bandits, or what?
No, there's bandits around, all right. We talked about it, didn't we? We came across them. They did for a couple of hours, but we sorted them out in the end.
Where did you come across the bandits?
Between Lower Samine and Rock Tower Pond.
You gave them what for? That's the main thing.
What for and more? It was good to see you, my friend.
You're a pleasure to play against. Show me the honor of another day.
We can go now. I have a bit of free time.
Come on, then. Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights. Or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
All right, then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village. My lord's retinue, me included, went at them. There was a terrible battle. Our enemies were humans, and they fought like demons. A lot of blood was shed, but we were victorious.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Tell me more, please.
And now that you mention castles, I conquered one once. The enemy took it by a ruse, and we couldn't let that go unanswered.
But how you did it is a secret, I suppose. Did the countryside here make such an impression on you? I was hoping I'd get to know you a bit. Oh well, at least you can help me. You won't have to say a word. This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wound, and if his lordship...
Just to Yaram...
Not at all. Still.
For dawdling?
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
I know quite a bit about...
Really?
Yeah, in that...
Aye, I've got enough chamomile since you know all... It all grows in the glade here.
I think I'll manage.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really...
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will. Don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry.
All right, Missy. Enough sweet talk. There's something fishy about this fortress, so tell me what you know, or you'll be sorry.
You wouldn't hurt me, would you?
Want to find out?
I'll scream.
All you have to do is tell me what's going on here. Or will it have to be the hard way?
Maybe some other time, idiot. Leave me alone. Get away from me, you pig.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
God be with you.
Careful! Hey, sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
Aye. Dead wood for kindling. You can never have enough of that. The nights can be cold, can't they? Very wise.
Hey, sir. It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen you.
That's right. We're not from round here.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaromir in ages. Them new men-at-arms are in charge now. They told us they're Sir Yaromir's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go, and there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming this way. They mustn't see me, Mark my words, sir.
Excuse me?
Greetings, sir. You've come a long way to visit us. We could practice archery together. What do you say?
Sure. I'd love to.
I was hoping you'd say that. The targets are beneath the ramparts, so we'll shoot from the gallery. The rest is easy. I'll give you some arrows. You lean out from the battlements and shoot at the closer to the bullseye and the one with the most points at if you...
Yeah, that sounds like a challenge.
Now, just tell me...
Longbows are for villagers. Gentlemen...
You're not wrong, sir. But I don't see any crossbow. I reckon that makes you a villager. But don't fret. I've got an old one, so take it. Let's...
That's generous of you.
Archers get... You're not a
Sorry,
bad
but your
shot,
lord is
sir.
ready to leave
But
and he looks
a bit
pretty
of practice
impatient.
would do you
Shouldn't
good.
you join him?
Practice makes perfect, after all.
At the
There's
risk of
not a lot to
repeating
do
myself,
round here,
your lord
so
is waiting
I
for you at the
practice a
stables.
lot. And I reckon you can tell. My offer stands. If you want another go, you'll find me round that
I
corner
reckon
there.
your place is by
I'll
your
wait there,
lord's
so you
side and
don't
not
have to
here,
go
don't
all
you
the way
think?
to the gate, if you fancy shooting some more. Who's there?
At the risk of
Any idea
repeating
what that was?
myself,
I'll go
your
then.
lord is waiting for you at the stables.
Huh?
Leave me alone. Get away from me, you pig.
Your lord is waiting for you at the stable, right?
Excellent! My favourite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaramir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
You could put it like that. And I saw some very strange things that make no sense at all. Everything about that fortress is damn fishy.
Really? Like what?
They're not so loud.
The horses, you mean?
I'll tell you everything, but not here.
For Christ's sake. This had better be good. Well, it's time we set off.
I agree.
Oh, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. What you told me on the way about Nabokov was interesting. And definitely fishy. Good work. We should report it to Lord von Bergov.
Of course. Let's see him at once.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry?
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Yaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Yaramiri sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised to... Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious.
Very suspicious, sir.
I'm listening.
There are lots of horses stabled outside Nebakov. Suspiciously many. More almost than at the Semine stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. So Yaramir has a regular army of horses there.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it, they got all flustered.
Even Nabak himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it.
Well, well. Strange indeed. It seems that something fishy really is going on. Is that all?
I spoke to one of the villagers. He said there's a large band of mercenaries at Nebakov now, and they often ride out into the countryside.
Yes. Nabak hired mercenaries to protect the fortress. I spoke to him about them.
So Yaromir has hired mercenaries to protect the fortress? But he only sends me 5 men?
The villager was scared to death of those mercenaries. He would only talk to me in secret.
Well, Henry, you have convinced me. It seems something serious is going on at Nebakov. And we will have to get to the bottom of it. Which we might be able to do surprisingly soon, with a bit of luck. Because we haven't been idle either. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men...
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might... I don't know what you think, but if you want to try and get something out of him, I will make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them...
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I have a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
A strange thing happened. Young Semine rushed off from his own wedding as soon as the ceremony was over. He left his bride there. On their wedding night. The poor girl was devastated.
Interesting. That was around the time your company was attacked, was it not?
You are right. That is truly strange coincidence. Young Olda. I don't like where this is going. But we have to uncover the truth. I hope the answers are waiting for us below. In the dungeon. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. For you, Henry, he will have a gift from my personal armory as a token of my gratitude for your services.
Thank you, sir.
Torturing people. What have I gotten myself into?
Praise the Lord.
It's up to us again.
Ave Maria.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
You're right. In short, it's our task.
But don't get the wrong idea. I'm also hoping we'll manage it without nasty shit.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can. Oh, God. After you, Henry.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Berghoff thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you, if you're not guards?
We asked first. So answer nicely, or...
Or we'll use force.
Do as you like, yellow bellies. You'll end up just like von Berghoff. On the gallows. Like all traitors. Ah! Fuck off!
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongues and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor!
They won't fit me, but they might fit you. Should we try?
Anything. Just spare me the jokes, please.
Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Where's that band of yours hiding? You're playing the hero here, but we already know where you rats are holed up.
You don't know shit.
You don't have to say it, because I think I know. And I've known for a long time.
How could you?
Your camp is somewhere underground, isn't it? You crawl out of holes and ambush random wayfarers.
Jesus Christ, Henry!
Yeah, he's right. We live in holes, like dung beetles. I'll never tell you where our band is. Never.
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
I want to know now.
Kurva! Fuck! I don't know him personally.
Say his name.
They call him Jan, but that's all I know. For fuck's sake!
Is there a man among you they call Istvan?
I don't remember.
Istvan and us are, old acquaintances.
You think I'm so stupid that I'll tell you anything just for saying that? Shove it!
Then let me jog your memory.
Wait! Wait! No! All right! All right! He's with us!
So he's behind it? I could have guessed as much.
Bollocks! He just joined us. I was against it. Some puffed-up cock from Hungary, or some other shithole, but his grudge against old Otto convinced a lot of people. And the commander, too.
Why were you against him? Talk.
He was just odd. Seemed to me he didn't even want to go into battle. What's the point of a fella like that, right?
Does he have a special sword?
What special sword? Dobradilla.
Henry!
Does he, or doesn't he?
I don't know about any fucking sword!
To hell with you. Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl back to your von Berghoff.
But you will.
Go to hell, for Christ's sake!
You must enjoy having your skin peeled off with pincers, eh? Otherwise, you'd have spoken up. Don't worry. I'll give you that pleasure.
Jesus Christ, isn't that a bit much?
Do what you like to me, you depraved pig!
What can we do with him?
I reckon you leave us no other choice.
We'll see.
No! Ah! Kurva!
The name, say the name!
Older! Sabine!
The groom? That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Berghoff finds out...
all hell will break loose. But the people from the fortress are innocent. They know nothing. If you tell him, their bloods will be on your hands.
Von Bergov isn't a madman. He'll meet justice out fairly.
My arse!
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you? I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters! My innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Bergov's side deserve to die.
But we're not on von Bergov's side. We came to him to negotiate an end to this senseless war. Only your damn band of outlaws put a stop to that.
Ha! A likely story.
There's no point in explaining anything to this numbskull. A firm hand is all he understands.
I'll show you.
You murdered my people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit!
Ah!
They were our friends.
You filth!
What? Satisfied now?
You're not worth the effort. Why would some mercenary from God knows where want to kill Otto von Bergov? It doesn't add up. Someone must be supporting him.
Your ma gives all kinds of support every night.
You should start behaving reasonably, or it'll truly end badly.
Badly for you! You'll swing on the gallows, bastards!
I asked what else you know about the captain.
Ah! 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 Ah!
Hey, easy now. He's had enough. Don't overdo it.
I don't know anything else about him. Truly. He's some nobleman who actually cares about the local folk. I don't know anything else. Fuck off!
I don't believe you.
Ah! Fuck you, bastard! Are you deaf?
Damn it, Henry! He's dead now!
Jesus.
It doesn't matter what you just... Let's get out of here. He's done talking now.
How do you feel?
Fuck! This shouldn't have happened! This should never have happened!
Well, we got a task and we had to carry it out.
I know, but still... I don't understand what got into you.
He told us something, didn't he?
That there's some fella called Jan in charge, and that bastard Istvan has joined them. But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Bergov? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it too?
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible...
Well, that's exactly why I think we should keep the news about young Semin's involvement to ourselves for now.
I'm not so sure, Henry. Von Bergov trusted in us. Won't be tired as if he ever discovers we lied to him. But do what you think is right.
have a kind master, eh? Much?
Greetings. Excuse me. I heard you recently.
Maybe we could sneak him some wine next time. That would make him more bearable. Or just say sod it and not go. Good day to you.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
We got something out of him before he...
Before he what?
Well, there's no need to send for the executioner. The captive won't talk anymore. Ever.
I did not tell you to torture him to death. He could still have been useful. Damn. What did you get out of him?
We got confirmation of what I already told you, sir. Old Asemine is in league with those bandits. And he left his wedding so he could ambush you.
That madman. I will make him pay for that. And what of his father? And the people in the fortress? Have they been covering for him all this time?
I'd say it was just him. Nobody else knew about it.
Why are you so certain?
The prisoner said so. And I don't think he lied to us.
Very well.
The prisoner confirmed that Istvan Toth is with them.
Ah. That man in black armor, yes? I remember you mentioned him.
Precisely. Black armor. As black as his soul.
I understand you don't like him. But he's only one man. I'm more interested in that pack as a whole.
That's all we found out.
Very well then. In any event, the die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semin and deal with that traitor.
He won't escape punishment, sir. Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon by the stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
Hail Mary.
Should we ride out for Semin?
Wait! We still have to wait for Hashek. We're not going to go there alone. Von Bergov is taking this all a bit too seriously, don't you think?
Are you surprised? He only got out of that ambush alive by a hair's breadth.
Well, so did we. I'm going to go to the stables and wait there for our departure. Come with me if you want.
All right. I'll wait with you.
There you are. Can we get going?
I'm ready.
I'm always ready. As many a wench will tell you.
So mount up and we'll ride out. The rest of the company will join us on the way. We've got a long haul ahead of us, so to hell with unnecessary nonsense. Let's ride. Semin conspired
Easy,
against our lord.
good horse.
We're going to get him.
Aye. In fact, I'd say I know my way around there pretty well. Why?
It's good to know the place you're going to when there could be trouble. Knowing its strengths and weaknesses. Number of men, hiding places. So, I'll be counting on you if things go wrong there.
I hope nothing goes wrong. I don't believe old Semin has joined the bandits. Can I ask you, what actually happened when they ambushed you?
You don't even want to know, boy.
I need to know. They ambushed us as well. We've got a score to settle with them too.
I meant to say, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, if you tell me, maybe we'll learn something that will help us.
I suppose you're right. Even if it is an unpleasant memory.
Trust me. I know what you're talking about.
I'll tell it to you like this, boy. I'm an old soldier. I've seen a thing or two. But this was a massacre. They ambushed us from hiding. There was a terrible explosion, smoke everywhere, and they showered us with crossbow bolts and God knows what else.
Smoke?
I don't know what kind of devilment it was, but all manner of confusion broke out among our men, and they took advantage and spared no one. They killed his lordship's field surgeon, and even a maidservant on the cart. But the worst thing is, they killed young Master Albert, Sir Otto's page. I was fond of that boy.
Sorry to hear that.
He protected Lord von Burgo with his own body like a true knight. Saved him, and paid the price himself.
Not everyone has such metal.
Aye. Others would have shit themselves at his place. Only he was the son of a respectable family. And now Lord von Burgo will have to tell his father.
How did he manage to escape?
After the initial chaos, I managed to get a few men together and fight back. We had better armor, we gained a bit of advantage, and they fled.
Just like that?
Aye, it was odd. It seemed once they lost the advantage of surprise, they wouldn't risk it anymore. Or maybe they were going for Von Burgo and his captain, and thought they were dead. Von Burgo, Captain Thomas, the page and the scribe were on the ground at that point.
Yeah, there's something to that. What about the prisoner?
We wounded him in the leg, so he was unable to flee with the others. He hid in the woods, but he didn't get far. They left him there. Didn't care about their own people.
Would you recognize any of them?
Damn right I would. They were masked. But if I see some bastard there with a cut-up leg or a scar on his face, it's clear they were in on it. And then there'll be hell to pay in Semine.
I'm sure they deserve to be dealt with justly.
And my men didn't deserve justice? Young Master Albert, the Sawbones, every man who fell was a good and decent fella. I'll never forgive those swine for what they did. As the saying goes, fight fire with fire.
One more thing, Burgrave. Their commander. Was he a big man in armor with a mace?
Aye, a mace. And he was damn good with it. That villain is no ordinary bandit, I'll tell you.
So we had the honor of encountering the same band. And did you see another fella there? Black armor, expensive ornate sword.
I don't think so. But if he's with them, we'll get him. Fear not, lad.
There was this captain. Robard was his name. Good man. He said...
Open the gates for Lord Burgoff's emissaries! It's about time you also let us in.
Welcome, Hashek. To what do I owe this, somewhat late visit, gentlemen?
Such a hearty welcome. Surely you wouldn't be angry at the Burgrave of Trotsky for merely passing by.
Certainly not. Be my guests.
Just passing by, eh? I don't suppose it's lodgings for the night you're after, gents.
You're right about that. You can stuff your lodgings. I'm interested in that youngster of yours. Where's Older? Are you hiding him?
What do you mean, Hashek?
Don't play games with me. We know everything. He helped ambush Lord von Burgo's company. So where is he?
My Older? But that's...
That's a serious accusation, Hashek. Unless you've got evidence, I'd advise you and your old company to ride back to Trotsky on the double. You two, what's the meaning of this?
Let's talk it over calmly. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding my arse. Just look at him. He knows very well what this is about.
You should tell us what you know, sir. For your own good.
Come on, spit it out. Where are you hiding him?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Do I have to turn this place upside down? Stop bullshitting me.
How dare you?
I withdraw my offer of hospitality. Leave, knights. We're finished here.
You're the one who's finished if you don't get your head around what's going on here. In the name of Sir Otto of Burgo, I'm giving you your last chance. Talk!
My God, he may be hot-headed, but he never killed anyone.
Sir, no.
He's my only son, Hashek. I'll tell you where you can find that damned band. But don't take my older from me.
Where the fuck do you think we are? In some market where you can bargain with me? Your son helped murder my people. And you expect me to let him go? Hand him over, or this place will be reduced to ashes.
You better listen to him, Lord Semming. This is a serious matter.
Do you not understand me? If you had a son, you wouldn't hand him over to the executioner either.
Keep resisting me, and I can promise he'll never make it to the executioner.
If you try anything, Hashek, I swear.
Shut your mouth, Gnarly. Everyone who's with those bandits is a vile traitor. And everyone helping them as well.
Hashek, don't overdo it. Older deserves a fair trial, not a blood feud on his entire family.
That's true. Maybe they didn't even know about it.
You surely don't believe them, do you? Ha! I'm going to burn down this nest of vipers. And if anyone tries to stop me, I'll make no distinction between you and them. Well then, which side are you on?
Nothing is going to be burned down.
That's not what Lord von Berghoff wanted of you, Hashek. Come to your senses.
You won't tell me what to do or not do. I'll have my revenge on these bastards, and nobody will stand in my way. Not even you.
Enough talk! Guards!
To arms! Hammer them!
Traitors! Kill those traitors! I knew we couldn't trust that pair!
You swine! Slice him up!
You got him! Take that!
Nice strike!
Your choice, traitor!
Help me with this bastard.
Nice hit! You're in it with Older too!
Right on the money! Fucking scumbag!
Yeah, don't spare him!
Fighting with us!
Go fuck yourself!
Yes! Yeah! Good spirit!
What the fuck? Von Berghoff will hang us for this! All of us!
There was no other way.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Christ. Such carnage. Von Berghoff did this.
His right hand, Hashek.
Von Berghoff didn't want anything like this! We were just supposed to... Fuck!
He was taking revenge for the ambush.
If you'd listened to me, I told you to...
It doesn't matter anymore who told who what, goddammit! That was yesterday's shit! Now it's all new, and we're up to our necks in it!
Von Berghoff will be expecting Hashek to return.
Exactly! And when he finds out what happened, he'll raise Samin to the ground.
What are we going to do?
First, I have a few questions for Older here.
All right. But quickly, please.
Why did you join those bandits?
Because von Berghoff is a traitor. A scourge of this land. Isn't that clear?
Your father is his vassal. Didn't it occur to you what would happen when he found out? Besides, a noble siding with such a rabble.
If I'd known, I'd never have consented to such a thing, believe me.
Because your spine is so bent from old age that you can't even stand up tall and straight anymore. Those bandits, as you call them, are the only people in this domain with the courage to stand against injustice, for a righteous cause. But it seems that means nothing to all you here.
Enough. Remember who we owe our lives to. Have a little humility. Since we've lost everything else because of you.
I'd rather live in squalor than in a golden cage as von Bergov's rat.
What will we do?
Maybe if we throw him a bone, he'll bite and leave you alone. Where are your comrades hiding?
Son, tell them where that band is.
I'm no traitor. That would be sentencing them to death.
There's no time for heroism. It's either them or you.
What about justice for our people? Just look around you.
You're right. They're in the Barkov. They've captured old Yaromir and occupied his fortress.
Who are they? These allies of yours?
Good checks, for the most part.
They're common murderers.
No one who tries to strike bargains with von Berg.
Now you've gone too far.
This is a war. As long as that criminal sits in Trotsky, there will be no...
There's no...
But we almost had...
My God.
Does the name Istvan Toth mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
Because I have a feeling you must have come across him. And he has something that belongs to me.
Aye. I know the name. He joined us not long ago.
He's a traitor!
Traitor or not, we can use every man who will stand against von Bergov. But he's a foreigner. And I don't trust foreigners much.
What will we do?
If we're to save ourselves, we'll have to cover our tracks.
What do you propose?
Well, it might sound mad, but...
I think I know where this is going.
We must do the same.
Are you mad? Burn down our family seat?
Oh, Older. Henry's right. It's the only way. We can't stay here and pretend nothing happened.
Do you have anywhere to go?
Yes, I suppose so.
Be sure to go as far as possible. And you should set off this very night and make sure no one sees you. We'll give you until morning, and then we'll send news to von Bergov, and then it's in God's hands.
The two of us will go back to Trotsky now, and put on the best charade we can for von Bergov.
And not a word to anyone about what happened here. Anyone.
If it all works out, and if we ever meet again, I'll repay you.
Let's not delay any longer, Older.
We should ride back and report this to von Bergel. Henry, you think we made the right decision?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Exactly. Fuck! Von Bergov isn't stupid. He'll surely figure out what happened. What if we walk right into the jaws of the wolf?
I'm worried too. But I don't think we have any other choice.
You're right. If we flee now, we'd have to stay in hiding. And as soon as von Bergov learned that we were alive, the blame would fall directly on us. God, Henry, I don't know if I can do this.
We must. Like always. Well, well. Von Burgol's vassals are gathering. It looks like a serious force. Sir Otto is clearly as good as his word.
What are you doing creeping about in the dark, eh?
Easy, good horse.
You silly doggy.
Stay close to the others.
Sir?
It's not
Greetings
safe
to you.
here.
I apologize.
Aye, what can you do?
You shouldn't be out here alone like this. Awful things have been happening here.
We're back from Semin, sir.
About time, too. We will talk about everything in my chamber. Let's go.
Sir, with regard to Semin...
I hope you bear some good news, Lord of Perkstein.
Well, unfortunately not, sir. Things went wrong. And old Semin and his people attacked us.
What? And where is Burgrave Hashek?
Hashek is... dead.
Dead? How? And what of his men?
It grieves me, sir. But none of them survived.
How did it happen? Speak.
It turns out Alder was working with the bandits. He even left his own wedding to help them ambush you.
That rat!
Lord Semin didn't want to turn over his son, so a battle broke out. Hashek and his men fought valiantly, I must say.
And what happened then? It sounds like the Semin folk stood no chance.
At first not, sir. It was all over soon. So then we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded. We wanted to arrest him, but he fought like a wounded animal. He didn't survive.
I still don't understand what happened with Hashek and my men.
Well, up till then, everything went smoothly, if you could say that. Hashek ordered the fortress to be torched as a warning to others. But then, the rest of the Semin garrison suddenly pounced on us out of nowhere, and a terrible massacre started. Hashek. Never in my life have I seen anyone fight like that. He must have caught 10 arrows covering the retreat. But to no avail. In the end, the fortress was in flames, and only the two of us made it out alive.
Well, that is a pity. Every able-bodied man has his worth. At least, I will not have to explain to another noble that his son was killed in my domain. Or nephew. I don't suppose that you had time to find out where those bastards are hiding.
We did, sir. The bandits have occupied Nabokov and taken Sir Yaramir captive.
Well now, at least there is that. Now we can take action. They will regret the day they were born. That will be all for now. I will speak with the Chamberlain about the steps we shall take against Nabokov. I will announce my plan to all my vassals and allies at the evening feast. I will be expecting you both.
Certainly, sir. Come for me in the evening, so we can go there together.
Do what we talked about?
I don't know yet. I'll have to see.